our biggest test is on the horizon and is just 48 hours away. So we shall head straight towards it to begin the episode today. I'm still getting offers in for Patrick Bamford, but still continuing to refuse to sell him. We, of course, sent Eddie Nketiah back to Arsenal in the last episode at the end of it, so we no longer have him in our squad. Our squad is light on numbers, and I am open to loaning someone in this window. However, to start things off, I am looking to make a pre-contract signing, one that you guys have been recommending that I make throughout the course of this first half of this season, that being Jarrod Bowen from Hull. Of course, we're going to be losing Helder Costa next season when he goes back from loan. We're going to be losing Jack Clark. We're going to be losing Jack Harrison. Gonna need wingers. I'd like to buy Jack Clark back, and hopefully he won't be too expensive to do so. But we are going to be needing to be making signings. So getting a pre-contract in for next year makes the right sense for me. He's currently only on 3.2k, so we're easily going to be able to afford his wages. He wants crucial first team role though. To be fair, he'd probably start every week for me anyway, so it's not too much of an issue, at least in the situation we're in right now. I'm fine with no release clause. If you give me an idea of what they want wage-wise, that would be great. And they have. I shall counter and remove the bonus. And he should sign up for maybe 11.1 or something. 11. There you go. Our first new signing of the January transfer window. I had previously mentioned that I would be looking to sign Ryan Brewster on loan. Unfortunately, he's already out on loan, so I'm not able to do so. Frustratingly, there is basically no one available for loan in the save. I've had a look at the loan list for in literally every top division and even in the Championship as well, and there's basically like no one available, or one person available that's not very good. So I'm unsure as to what to do for the rest of the window with regards to potentially loaning more players in. I don't have much money available to me right now, so even if I put it all in the transfer budget, I've still only got about £1 million, so it's not enough to sign anyone of any real quality. Loaning is the best option, but I'm not sure who to go for. Or I'd say I'd sign more pre-contracts, but I don't want to rely solely on pre-contracts. I think I'm going to limit myself to one per season. So we've signed Jarrod Bowen. There's been some back and forth in the comments about that as well, and I think I'm tending to agree with those of you that are saying one pre-contract signing per season, so as we don't rapidly accelerate with like 3 or 4 pre-contracts every year and then just end up cheating the system, so to speak. So we will make that signing, and Jarrod Bowen will join us from Hull City next year. That's certainly happening now. So onto the bench has come Jamie Shackleton for the outgoing Eddie Nketiah, and the rest of my squad is pretty thin right now. However, I do have my youngsters that I can now continue to train, or start to train, and the general consensus was to do exactly that, was to train these kids. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add, I don't know what, no, Ollie Hughes, he looks like he's not going to be very good now, so we'll release him. But Tyler Wright, actually, who's got decent physical stats already. Obviously, we can improve him yet further, but I'm going to start training him. Engel, obviously, as well, and Brady Price at left back. He's got a decent curve at 79 already at just 14 years of age, so I'm hoping his potential is actually going to be more towards the 90s than the early 80s. And then fingers crossed next season, or perhaps the season after, they'll be able to step up to the first team and we won't have to solely rely on buying talent. I might use the Scout Future Star next year as well. We'll wait and see what the feedback is like on that nearer the time. I'm not sure if actually if I have any more. I do have another one in my calendar. Oh, quite a few actually. So obviously this is my PC account and I'm not that far along. I guess I'm already level 27. Must be playing quite a while here on PC. But we'll start with Manchester City in the third round of the FA Cup today. Not sure how that game's going to go. We'll have Sheffield Wednesday at home. I did play them last time, but with it being a home game, and with them not having the best of seasons, I might sim that this time around. Sheffield Wednesday are 20th in the league. I might sim that and then play the other two. So I'm expecting to lose to City. Play QPR, play Millwall, and then that'll take us to the 1st of February where we can consider playing Wigan, or we'll reevaluate which games we want to play, which games we want to sim. But we shall start with this game against Manchester City. Not everyone is fully fit, but they're close enough to be able to start, I think. And we will play them in that away kit. Do I make any changes? There's been a little bit of a call for for Mateusz Klich to be dropped in the starting lineup. So maybe I'll give Forshaw a start. General consensus is Tyler Roberts is doing well out on the left-hand side, so we'll keep him there. And Jairo Riedewald hasn't had as much first-team football as you guys might have liked, but we bought him with the future in mind, because of course we will lose Ben White first-team-wise next season as he goes back from loan. So Jairo Riedewald is my kind of fallback if I'm not able to afford to bring Ben White back to the club. So we're hopefully going to be able to have Jairo Riedewald be a first-team player next season and push forward with him. Jamie Shackleton is growing really nicely, actually. I might start to train him too, or train him yet further. Actually, I think I already am training him, aren't I, Jamie Shackleton? Regardless, let's jump into this first game against Manchester City. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, of course. We've been hitting 1,000 likes on every single video so far, so please keep that going. You guys have been really, really good with your support of the series, and I can't thank you enough for that. Do continue to subscribe if you aren't already. If you're watching your way through the series and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do so. And if you are already subscribed, do hit the notification bell so you get an alert every single time a video goes live, which is every single day, of course. But for now, let's go and see what sort of lineup Manchester City are putting out. City's starting lineup. Edison, Joao Cancelo, James Tarkowski, Otamendi and Angelino. Rodri, Eggestein, De Bruyne, Silva, Jesus, Sterling. That's a pretty strong side. Defence is questionable, but I guess City's defence in real life is questionable of late. They do need to sign a new centre-back, and I'm not sure Tarkowski would be the one. Not sure where American Laporte is. Maybe he's been sold. I didn't glance at their bench. Regardless, it's still going to be an absolute test and a half here, and easily the biggest one we've faced so far this season. I don't know as we'll come out even remotely close to the top. I'd be happy with just being competitive in this game, but we'll see how we do. Sometimes against the bigger teams, they underperform against smaller teams. Maybe this will be one of those occasions. Maximilian Eggestein. Quick 1-2 with Jesus, but Adam Forshaw steps in. Phillips forward to Tyler Roberts. Tarkowski's defending that well. It's his debut, apparently. James Tarkowski's first game for the club. Whether they signed him in the summer and haven't yet played him, I doubt. Must be. They've just signed him in January, and now this is his first opportunity to play for them. Brand new signing for Manchester City. That's a great ball looking for Sterling, and he'll bring that down really well. Pablo Hernandez just threw himself with that. Oh, he's so slow to get up, though, Hernandez. And Sterling's able to get the ball away again. This is dangerous. Oh, Angelino, there's no need for that. That was outrageous. They're showboating already. I don't know why Pablo Hernandez was so slow to get to his feet there. But City so comfortable that they barely even feel the need to celebrate that. Watch Angelino's footwork here to play that pass. It's outrageous. This might be an uphill battle. Joao Cancelo. It's a bit quick, isn't he, really? Forshaw's trying his best, bless him. But he's just not keeping up. We'll get rid of that with Liam Cooper. That'll be a corner for City here. Someone's getting booked for something. It's Tyler Roberts. I'm not really too sure what for. I don't recall actually fouling anyone with Tyler Roberts, but alright. See what happens with this one. Delivery, in it comes and away by Helder Costa. Nice turn by Tyler. And now actually an advantage in his favour. And he's got the pace to get away here. Angelino's trying to catch me. Tyler Roberts is just quick enough, but his stamina's starting to fade now. Hernandez. Helder Costa. Oh, off the post. I thought that was just going to sneak in. The keeper dived at full stretch and couldn't get there. I have a horrible feeling. That might be the closest we come to any sort of goal here, but knowing we can cause them some problems, perhaps on a counter-attack, does fill me with a little bit of hope. Bernardo Silva. Back there to Eggestein. Oh, I tried to slide in there. I'm not sure whether that was an intentional pass or whether that was my clearance. Did that come off De Bruyne? It did. The defender in front of him did just enough to put him off. They were talking about, it was just bringing out, I just saw the parts of a Real Madrid badge there. I'm not sure who they've bought in this window, but I don't know whether it's transfer confirmed or transfer rumours, but see, Madrid have already made some big signings in this save. It was Pogba that went to Madrid, wasn't it, for about 100 odd million at the beginning of this save. I'd be able to check from the transfers tab back in the menus. If Real Madrid are at it again, they could be building one hell of a team. Could be Galacticos 2.0 by the time they're finished in this save. That's nicely done. Helder Costa looking to drive away. He's so tired though. Even Rodri's closing me down. Inside to Bamford. Anyone else can make me some movement? Adam Forshaw, that was a shot. Right, that's about as much as we've had going forward so far. One post hit and one scuffed effort. And it's just been City controlling possession outside of that. Sterling's on the run. At pace. I had to make the change to take Pablo Hernandez off at half-time. He was already on like orange, almost red stamina at the end of just the first half. We are really in need of a bigger squad here at Leeds United, but we currently don't have that. He's offside, is he? Yes. Ball ended up at the back of the net, but he is offside. We're currently in the position where we have not many players and not much money. But that's part of the challenge of a series like this. Is trying to bring the players in when you don't have the money, or if you pardon the expression, build your own players with your youth system. Hell, the Costa. Not going to get a better chance than that, am I? Not in this second half. That was worked really, really well. And I genuinely thought we were going to score there when I whipped that towards the far post. Decent delivery, though. Bamford flicks that on, but it's going to fall to Angelino, who just pumps clear. Could recycle it. Oh, but Rodri gets to it first. I'm trying everything I can here against City, but I have a funny feeling they might just be too much for us. Which we kind of thought they were going to be in the first place. But every time I get half a chance at a goal, half a sniff, I boost my own hopes. I get myself excited. I'm like, oh, maybe we could get an equaliser in a money-spinning replay. Or maybe we'll just keep trying. Edison will keep us out. And then we'll lose disappointingly 1-0 and feel horrible about ourselves. Fernandinho's just come on for them, for Eggestein. I've just made a couple of changes as well. Jack Clark is now on. Although clearly not awake enough to read that through ball. And I've also brought on Jamie Shackleton for Adam Forshaw. Purely just for stamina reasons. Everybody's dying out on the field right now. Just been chasing shadows all game. We were nearly 100% fit prior to kickoff, but City have just worked the ball about so much. We've just done so much running trying to get the ball off them that everybody's shattered. Really is a difference in quality and in physical stamina levels between the two sides. And it's been more and more evident as the game has gone on, and they might just kill us off here. Kiko Casilla with a decent save. Pretty sure I am going to sell him next season. But it all depends on how much money we get season 2. I'm not sure if we're actually going to have a massive amount of money. I was thinking about maybe selling Patrick Bamford next year, purely for squad numbers. I might end up keeping him. Trying to stop Leroy Sané getting on the end of that, and we've done well enough. 15 minutes to go in this game. We've tried our hardest, but our hardest so far hasn't been good enough. But Jack Clark is in behind here. If Helder Costa can get away from the man at the back post, I could lay this across, and we have our equaliser. I don't care that I sweat it. We've equalised against Manchester City. Get involved. Sané. Well, struggle to deal with his pace at the best of times, let alone when he's a fresh substitute 80 minutes into a game and he's got all the stamina left in the world. Although, if City are going to push to try and win it, maybe we could catch them on the counter again. Although, I've given that away, but then they've done the same. And Ayling has won it back off Kevin De Bruyne. Costa could get it inside there to Calvin Phillips. Just lift it. Go on, Patrick, get to that. Oh, Joao Cancelo gets to it first. I thought I might well have caught them on the counter there, and that might have been the chance to win the tie. Would be a shock, although City do have Carabao Cup semi-finals coming up this month as well. They're going to have a very busy January if they get through here. Even if they don't get through here, it's already a pretty busy January. I don't know what they're doing in the Champions League either. Bamford around the corner. Go on, Jack. Oh, my God. Jack Clark's in behind. Joao Cancelo was with me. Jack Clark holds him off. Jack Clark. Score! Yes! We're through in the FA Cup. An upset. City 1, Leeds 2, and it's Jack Clark again with the goal. I need to buy him back next year. I don't care that he's only late 60s in rating. Punched myself in the ear, and I've ripped my hand apart. I got so excited about that. Let's go! Oh, man. I'm bleeding. I suffered for the cause. Go on, the boys! There's the final whistle. Taking on board some of the advice that... Wow, I really am bleeding now. Taking on board some of the advice from you guys in the comment section recently, with obviously some of the results we've been letting slip. I'm just going to have to get boring. Keep the ball, don't attack in stoppage time, and literally, or in the last few minutes of a game, and literally just see games out. It might mean that episodes are a little bit shorter with some fewer highlights, but if we end up getting the victories we need to get ourselves promoted, then that's fair enough. Man, that actually really hurts. I'm bleeding for the cause. Oh, absolutely thrilled to get through. Can we win the FA Cup? It's too early for a verdict, I think. Let's take it one game at a time. Let's not get too carried away. Very tight match till the end. Luck was on our side, but sometimes you need a bit of luck. I don't really know how we've done that. Angelino certainly was one of the best players for them, but he couldn't keep up with Helder Costa right at the very end there, and that was what led to our equaliser that gave us the platform to push on and get the winner. Right, I'm going to go and sort my training sessions out and get those youngsters, those youth players involved, and then we can start training more regularly. Boy, what are you wanting? I wanted to play. Not the right opponent. I'm going to play against City. I expect more from you, Gyro, but you played well enough. Are we getting a player back? That's good. Actually, I've got a number of players out on loan already, so maybe we might not be that bad numbers-wise next season. Let me have a quick look. Got Mieszek, who's out on loan. De Bock, who's only 67 rated. Numbers-wise, will be all right, actually. It's just the quality. They're all like 60s. There's nobody actually that... Like, there's no star player that just so happens to be out on loan. But, I mean, they're players I can sell to get more money for the next transfer window. Regardless, it's time to kick on in the league now. The next FA Cup round hasn't been drawn yet, but I'm going to go and sort those training modules out, like I say, and then we'll come to the game against Sheffield Wednesday. Press conference before the Sheffield Wednesday game at home on this occasion. Forshaw's in good form. We see more of him today. Potentially, he did play well enough, I guess, in that game against City. You guys were not necessarily asking for Forshaw to come in, more for Click to come out of the starting lineup. It's just that Forshaw has been the man that's gone in his place, or did for that last game at least. Maybe I'll make that a permanent change, at least for the time being, until Forshaw gives me any reason to not play him. Shackleton, I mean, maybe I could start playing Jamie Shackleton. I don't know if he's quite good enough yet. We've got Shackleton's kind of going to be my Pablo Hernandez replacement, I think, more so than anything else. Well, that's my intended aim with him anyway. I think Jack Clark deserves a start though after that last game. But who do I start in ahead of? I mean, maybe I'll put Tyler Roberts up top and play Jack Clark on the left-hand side because that's where he got his goal from. See what we can do then. They've lost their last two games, Sheffield Wednesday, and drawn with Cardiff before that. To be fair, draw against Cardiff isn't too bad a result actually, considering where Cardiff are on the table and where Wednesday are. But we should get victory in this at home against a team that's threatened by relegation when we're pushing for promotion of any kind. And a goal, please, for Leeds United. Maybe, at some point, eventually, we might score a goal. No. Well, I tried all of the... Didn't work. Okay, well, we're level on points with Cardiff now. Forest a point behind us. West Brom a point behind them. Preston a point behind them. And they're level on points with Stoke. It's so tight. 6 points still down to 11th place. We cannot go on a poor run of form. We can kind of still be indifferent in our form and keep up with our league position. But at some point, one of those teams is going to go on a strong run of form and is going to put themselves into a great position for the second position in the league and for that second automatic promotion spot. Gap to Fulham is now 11 points. We've had a match rescheduled. You would imagine that's because of the FA Cup. Berardi wants to play. There's bigger games ahead. I don't think I'm going to play you there. Match rescheduled. That's February. Okay. Oh, the Millwall game's been moved out of January. And this fixture, Southampton against Leeds. Well, I guess we've got Southampton in the cup then, haven't we? Because we aren't going to face Southampton in the league, that's for sure. So it's been moved for... Oh, it said the Millwall game had been moved to the 12th of... Oh, was it Brentford that had been moved to the 12th of February? I could have sworn I read that as Millwall. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. QPR away next then Millwall at home, and maybe we'll save that Southampton game for tomorrow because Millwall were, yeah, they're kind of mid-table and having a decent season. They're not too far off us. I should play that game as well. Right, Queen's Park Rangers next. Jack Clark gets the start again. Can he come up with some goods again? Right, Millwall's... Stop Millwall. Queen's Park Rangers starting on up. Millwall's next. Joe Lumley, Todd Kane. Todd Kane's decent at right back. Naki Wells again up top. I remember playing against QPR before. I can't remember what the result was. Was it a draw? I think it might have been a draw. I remember Asai Samwell scoring against me and being quite frustrated, or at least him doing something and me being quite frustrated. It might have been a game where we should have gotten a result and didn't. I can't recall off the top of my head. We played so many games in the Championship. I remember playing against Naki Wells, though, before. And not really knowing much about their two wingers at that point. But their right-hand side was pretty decent against me last time with Todd Kane and Asai Samuel. So, actually, it's their left side that's causing me problems in the opening few moments. We'll see what happens here at Loftus Road. Into Adam Forshaw. Good movement there for Pablo Hernandez to ensure that he was free. Maybe that run, Luke. He is. We'll get it to him. Nobody in the box to aim for, but I could pull it back to someone maybe. Now we've got some options. And please, Hernandez. Oh, he's only about that tall. And he's never been any good at heading a football. Is he out wide to Asai Samuel? Oh, it's a dangerous ball. Kiko's tipped it away again. Calvin Phillips tries to get rid of it, and it's still continuing to come back towards my goal. Here's Manning. West Brom have got a penalty in their game. Charlie Austin's going to take it. I'm trying to wait and see what Ali McAnally said. 1-0 West Brom. Goal for West Brom. They're leading against Stoke. It's not what we need. Or if they're going to win, we need to win. We need to at least match the results of those around us and eventually, hopefully, go on a really strong run of form to get ourselves solidly a gap away from those that are also chasing this second spot. Oh, Forest have got a penalty now. I'm not sure who Forest are playing, but they're in that chasing pack, aren't they, I think, Nottingham Forest. Hopefully, they're playing... Oh, no, they're playing Luton. That's not really too much of an issue for us. Luton nowhere near threatening, I don't think. They're about mid-table, aren't they? Asai Samuel, cross comes in again. They're dominating proceedings here, Queen's Park Rangers, but the referee has given a free kick against the man that had the header there. Not sure there was a foul. It might have struck an arm, perhaps. 27 minutes played. We're still locked at 0-0, but either side are still trying desperately to cut the other open. Forward there to Manning. Here's Naki Wells again. Through ball to Pugh. Just come on as a substitute here. Birmingham have gone, equalised against Cardiff. That could do us some favours if we can sneak a victory here and they take points off each other. That will really help. Give that short there. Full shot. Oh, he's gone again there, Tyler Roberts. But Jack Clark stayed central and I wanted him to make a run down the outside. We haven't really had a chance outside of that Pablo Hernandez header yet. But we might have one now. And Helder Costa, sweeps up wide of the post. You've got to get that on target, Helder. You can... Whoa, there were a lot of bodies in the way, but he's got to get that on target, surely. I'm not thinking about making any changes yet. Keep going with the 11 we've got for now, but we are going to have to be more creative in the final few minutes in this game if we're to get anything out of it. More so than just a single point. Get rid of that key. To be fair, you probably could have let that go, actually. Hernandez down the line to Ayling. Inside there to Jack Harrison. Forward to Tyler Roberts. Oh, it's nicely done. Tyler Roberts looking through. Take control of the ball, Jack. He's just running away from it. Oh, Joe Lumley with the save. Why was he... That baffles me. They just run next to the ball. It's like, hello! You're trying to score a goal! Kick the football! Oh, it's a good save by the keeper in the end, but we could have had a better opportunity if he just paid attention to the fact he'd been played in. Maybe he's not yet alert enough. He has just come off the bench. Not that would really make any difference in a video game, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, shall we, for realism terms. Oh, Asai Samuel's broken through that challenge. We need to get that away, and we have half done the job, and Click completes the job, thankfully. Calvin Phillips on the counter. Gonna have to pass that. Oh, and he scuffed his clearance because he was under pressure. And Josh Gowan has given that away as well. Right, better pass, please, this time. Well done, Calvin. Harrison out to Click. Make a run, please. Tyler Roberts still going there. Jack on the outside. No, it's Jack Marriott, isn't it? Oh, yeah, Jack. I was thinking Jack Clark. I made the change. Right, free kick given there. I just saw 2-1, but I'm not quite sure who it was for. Pablo Hernandez, he had our first chance of the game. He's not got much space here, but it has opened up for him. And he still misses the target. Pablo. I really hoped he'd be a star for me this season. But I think he's just a little bit past his best. Tyler Roberts. Bit of footwork. Make me a run, Jack. You just stood there. Nobody's got any intensity or urgency about their play whatsoever in my front lines. I've got them set to make runs, and I'm telling them to make runs with a controller. They just are lazy, I guess. I don't know. Ayling is dead on his feet. Thankfully, that pass was terrible. Second pass wasn't that good either, but we will work it away. But we've lost out in possession now. Here's Smith in there to Scowen. An easy good save by Casilla. 87th minute. That's his last chance of the game. Josh Scowen. It's Mlaka that's come on for easy. Get rid, please. It's not fully away. Manning nods that down. Here's Smith. Oh, he's gone for the shot. He's hit Ayling. He gets that first. No. Just second best to everything at the minute. Scowen around the corner. Manning. I haven't had the ball to try and waste time here. Not that I want to waste time at 0-0. I want to try and go for the win, which we will do now with this counter-attack. If Jack Harrison can find the ball of dreams, Jack Marriott could be away. Jack to Jack. Go on, Jack. Oh, he turned and then just seemingly gave up on the ball. Ah! Come on! A draw against QPR. Ow, that still hurts. A draw against QPR. It could have been so much better. We had good chances in that game. 4 shots, 1 on target, and that's the problem. They were the lowest scoring side in the... Oh no, that was the last game against Sheffield Wednesday. What was it? No, I think QPR were the... I saw a graphic earlier on in the episode that said lowest scoring team in the league, and I think it might have been QPR. We're unbeaten for a reason. The streak still continues. 2 very strong defences, I think. And despite... I managed to hold us off in both games. Changes must be made. We'll improve our offence. I've got to shoot on target. Have to improve our offence. I'll just double check the league tables actually. Where are QPR? 13th. Yeah, 26 goals in 28 games. They are the lowest scoring side in the league. So I knew I'd seen that graphic before that game. So it's no surprises really that they didn't score there. But I'm annoyed that we didn't. We are the second highest scorers in the league with 43. But Birmingham on 42. And then Fulham and Cardiff on 45. We're scoring goals and we're not necessarily conceding a lot either. Drawn 10 games, which is more than anyone else in the playoff hunt. Which that isn't good enough. Well, I guess I'd rather draw a couple than lose a couple. Training Price the left back and Engel the goalkeeper. Training Tyler Wright the winger and Engel the goalkeeper in the other training module as well. We shall end today's episode now then with a game against... I don't know how I hadn't spotted that earlier on. I got confused earlier, didn't I? Thinking that they'd moved the Millwall game. It went to move the Millwall game to the 12th of February, but it couldn't because there was already a game against Brentford on the 12th of February. So now I have a game on Saturday and a game on Sunday. Well, my only option then, really... My only option is to sim this first game. And then play the game against Southampton. I'm going to have to sim one of them. So I can't play with... Oh, man. What the hell? Bloody career mode. Sim the Millwall one and we'll play Southampton then at the end of the month. Because that's obviously, of the two, that's the one you're going to want to play. I can't play both because you save more stamina when you sim. You end up with less stamina when you play a game when you're moving towards the next fixture. So the only option is to sim the first and play the second. I can't believe that. That's so frustrating. Click, Marriott and Costa have come on and Millwall are going to win it as well with a goal 5 minutes from time. I've been screwed over there. The game tried to move the fixture. No, you cannot loan Patrick Bamford. Go away. The game tried to move the fixture and wasn't able to. Of course, my entire front three are now fucked for this game. Oh, you could not have screwed me over more, game. Well, we'll see what we can do against Southampton, but I'll be honest, I don't think we'll be scoring any goals away from home. Southampton's team looks pretty strong. Slattery in the midfield, though, is perhaps a little bit weaker there, but Ings, Redmond, Ward-Prowse, Cedric, Yoshida, Bertrand, Vestergaard and McCarthy. It's a strong team. This is going to be difficult, but I mean, if we can beat City, maybe we can beat Southampton, although my entire front line are tired. We'll see. Gets around the outside. He can deliver a mean delivery, and he has done. Kiko, you can see a punch as well. Now, one would imagine, get on that, one would imagine that defensively, we should still be pretty solid, because it is a fresh defence and a fresh midfield. But we'll wait and see. I'm not sure how close to truth that will be. Helder Costa could be in here, though. Try desperately to get there ahead of Ryan Bertrand. He's done well. Oh, and he's taken it superbly. We'll celebrate in front of those travelling Leeds fans. What a finish from Helder Costa. All right, we won't celebrate in front of the travelling Leeds fans. He ran away. He's lying down because he's tired. He's like, I've scored. Flop. I'm shattered. I'm lying down. I'm having a rest. Everybody else wanting to do the same. Lovely ball over the top. But to drill that low like that, I didn't ask for that. He's just caught it on the half volley. And it skipped across the surface in the rain. And that is a beautiful finish. We lead by a goal to nil at St Mary's early doors. Are we going on a dreamy cup run? Out wide to Bertrand. Redmond. Ball blocked by Ayling. And White can only slash at that to get rid of it. But it will be a throw only, not a corner. What are they going to do? In their short wings. Luke Ayling does well. Counter. Maybe. Maybe, actually. Oh, Tyler. He went to make a dart in behind and then elected against it. That was nice. Adam Forshaw. Well, I'll play it again. Pablo Hernandez. In behind. On his stronger foot. It's 2-0 Leeds. We're cutting them apart. I don't know where these performances are coming from. How can I do this to Premier League sides, but in the Championship I can't score a bloody thing? I don't understand. Hashtag just FIFA things. But we're 2-0 up against Premier League Southampton. Nice tackle by Hernandez. Now Helder Costa's on his way. I mean, we are tired, but somehow we're still at the minute able to cut them apart. Hernandez looking for Tyler Roberts. Keeper's going to come. He's done me. I thought he was going to come, so I tried to lift it over him as he was racing towards me. Committed to the chip. And Alex McCarthy's just stood there and caught the ball. Oh, but Tyler Roberts is in behind now. And scores anyway. I don't know where this performance has come from. I'm as flabbergasted as you are. But Southampton are being cut apart here. Not following runners. And that's a cracking finish from Tyler Roberts. We're 3-0 up. 10, 20, 35. Costa. Oh, caught in possession by Bertrand. Now it's Caleri coming forward here. Slattery gets it back to him. Liam Cooper trying to hold him off, but can't. Danny Ings is in. And unlike Danny Ings in real life recently, he's put that wide of the post. It went through his right leg, literally through his ankle, but still on his weaker foot, not able to turn that home. I would have expected him to get that on target at the very least. And my front line really are showing their fatigue now. I think in the second half, I might change to like a 4-5-1 and just throw extra midfielders on. Tyler Roberts could play that through. He's not going to find a teammate though. I'm going to change my front three, take them all off, replace them with three others, and then throw the majority of people in midfield and try and hold on to this 3-0 lead in the second half. I think 3 should be enough, I hope. If it's not, I'll be devastated. Although 3 wasn't enough for Watford against Tranmere in the FA Cup, was it, I guess? Right. Who can I bring on off the bench? Helder Costa's dead. To be fair, Bamford and Roberts don't look that bad. Let's bring Shackleton on for Helder Costa. And I might just go 4-4-2 for the time being until... we'll go 4-4-2 holding and go a little bit deeper. Phillips... yeah, go on then. Phillips and Forshaw holding. Shackleton out wide because he's got the extra pace, and then Hernandez out wide just because he can play there. I'll put Shackleton on the right though, and then up top, Tyler and Roberts, and then a little bit later on I'll bring maybe Jack Marriott on up top and go 4-5-1 and bring Harrison on as well and move Hernandez back central. I'll try it. We'll see what happens. Foreshore. Driving forward. Bamford. Goes for the 1-2. Patrick Bamford. It's been ages since he scored a goal for me. And that wait continues. Oh, man. Patrick, I was on his weaker right foot, to be fair, so I can't be too harsh. And I didn't have the space to get it on his left. We've got Wigan coming up in the Championship. That'll be the first game of tomorrow's episode, as we'll... Now that we're at the end of the month, we might as well end the transfer window today. We don't really have the money to sign anyone else, and I don't really feel like we need to loan anyone else at this stage. I've got the youngsters I can call up. I think I'd rather use those youngsters and give them first team football than loan anyone else in at this stage. I mean, maybe I'll look to loan a winger or something right at the very end of the window. I'm not sure. I'm not in the position where I can wait to record the next episode, unfortunately. Otherwise, I just wait and get some feedback from you guys. Unfortunately, I'm in the position where I need to record ahead of time for a couple of days. So I'm going to have to just do my own thing for the end of this transfer window. I was able to take on your feedback on the episodes running up to this one, but I'm having to record tomorrow's ahead of time, unfortunately, due to family visiting. So sadly, I can't wait for your feedback. I apologise, but occasionally that's the case. I will be able to take your feedback on board for the January transfer window, which is obviously going to be more important. Or sorry, the summer transfer window, which is obviously going to be more important than this January transfer window. I'm sure you prefer it was that way round, rather than me doing my own thing in the summer. Right, Bertrand. Oh, that was nice to Redmond. Cross could come in. It has done. It's decent. Oh, and we have been able to keep the ball out. Just over 25 minutes to go. Just under, sorry, 25 minutes to go. Let's take Roberts off now. Let's bring Jack Murray on. And we'll do click for Bamford. And then switch to a 4-5-1. Ward-Prowse with the throw. Right there to Danny Ings. Cross could come in here. Ward-Prowse will try it. Let's scoop that out. Phillips has headed that back the way it came. Oh, Kiko! Just catch something for the first time in your life in that situation, please. Jesus. I hate it. Makes me so nervous. I don't trust my goalkeeper at all. Go on, Jack. He's going to have the pace to get away from Vestergaard. And the rest of the defence haven't switched on. Marriott makes it 4. Emphatic, the victory against Southampton here. If we can replicate this in the Championship for the rest of the season, then we will go up. There's the final whistle. Honestly, don't know how we've done that. I'm not sure which is the more surprising scoreline. Leeds 2, Manchester City 1, or Southampton 0, Leeds 4. I don't know how we've done that, and I don't think we'll ever do that again. At least not until the side is significantly better. North London derby in the FA Cup that Spurs win by 2-0. Congratulations on your resounding for all credit to the lads. I don't know where that performance has come from, but fair play to them for digging deep and doing what they did. Scoreline was unfair to... Scoreline wasn't unfair to them, I don't think. And I don't think we should have scored more either. Let's just focus on getting back to the league and winning as many games as possible between now and the end of the season. Nathan Redmond was decent, but we just played our game and somehow came away with a 4-0 win. Don't know. Genuinely don't know. Oh, you're happy with the amount of football, are you? Oh, that's good, Kiko. I expect more from you, though. Like catching a football. Oi, oi, oi. Someone did mention in the comment section about changing his in-game tactics to stay on his line. I could trial that, but I'm not sure if that would actually make any difference. Let's have a look. Instructions. Cautious with crosses. Comes for... I could say cautious with crosses. Maybe that way he'll leave it to the defenders. The only thing I'm worried about is that I'll then start losing the aerial encounters with crosses and still not be able to keep the ball out. Regardless, we'll push forwards and end the transfer window here. Wigan on the first. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Juventus for £64.1 million. Ruben Loftus-Cheek to Inter Milan and Daniele Rugani to Manchester United. They were talking about Bruno Fernandes to Real Madrid at some point in the episode, though. Well, it has happened. Well, that was in the summer. Why are they talking about that now? They were talking about that in a game today. That's weird. Oh well. Trent is the biggest transfer so far. I'm not looking to do any more business, as we say, so we won't be selling anyone despite any last-minute bids that come in. Patrick Bamford has been a really marked man so far. Everybody wants to sign Patrick Bamford, but we've decided we don't want to sell him. Callum Hudson-Odoi has gone on loan to Braga. Surprised to see that. Another offer. Is it for Bamford? Oh, look at that, look. Who's this one from? Houston Dynamo. We've had signs from the MLS. We've had signs from all around Europe trying to sign Patrick Bamford. Nope. He's not going anywhere. I might take him out of that starting lineup, actually. Put Jack Clark in. Tyler Roberts has been doing okay. Helder Costa has been popping up with a couple of goals. All right, I think I'm happy with how things are right now. Any other massive deals? Hakim Ziyech to Bayern Munich, just gone through, 66.6 million. Hakim Ziyech to Bayern Munich. Biggest deal of the window so far. That took a big jump again there. I'm not sure if there's been another sizable deal. There hasn't, or at least not above £38.9 million anyway. I'm not sure if anyone else has done any big business in the league that we're in. There's another sizable jump there, but nothing really. Any big spenders? 8 million from Bristol City. Not really a massive amount to spend for a Championship club. It's just a decent amount. It's not really massive. Preston have made a decent amount of money, £13.4 million. Middlesbrough spent £11 million on Wind. I don't know who that is. Make your own jokes. Right, Youth Squad monthly report. How are these three getting on? 71 to 95 for Tyler right now, and his acceleration and sprint speed are really starting to come on. Right, I'm really hopeful about Tyler Wright. Hopefully he doesn't have terrible weak foot and skill moves, because that would just kill all of my youth players off if they did that. We're going to have one hell of a busy month in February, because not only is it that busy with the league, but there's going to be an FA Cup game drawn in there as well. We've got a lot of work to do between now and the end of the season, and we have dropped to 4th. Although we have a game in hand on Cardiff. We need to start going on a run of good results. Let's start by doing that against Wigan tomorrow. I'll see you then.